Hello and thank you for joining me today. Well, this is the Monday, June the 9th edition of our video devotionals. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope your Monday's going well. It is the beginning of another work week, and hopefully it's going to be a good week for you. I know we're kind of getting more into that summer mode of how it feels and these pop-up thunderstorms and all of that humidity starting to come in. So we're getting in that mode, and it'll be that way for some time. You know how this works, especially if you live down here in our area. But otherwise, be careful if you're outside working in it. Keep hydrated. And, when we were kids, we hydrated using water hoses and spigots. And sometimes, I hate to say this, we'd find us a little old creek and drink the water out a little bit. It wasn't very safe, especially when you can see particles floating in it that is part of another animal, if you know what I'm saying. And I'm not talking about the carcass, but I think you can kind of figure out what I'm saying. So we made it, but I don't know if that was that built up our immunity or it probably did something to us that maybe carry with us the rest of our lives. But that's another time, and no need to worry about that. But anyway, we're going to be in Psalm chapter 24 today. We're going to be in verse number 6, and then a sister passage is Hebrews 11:6. So if you'll find those, if it is your custom, to follow along, Psalm 24:6, and then Hebrews 11:6. Otherwise, thank you for watching the videos, the responses, and all of that. We appreciate you. And if you want to share this with other people, then we wish you would do that. All right, notice here in Psalm 24:6, a short psalm. Many of them are. But it says right here in verse 6, this is the generation of them that seek him. I like that. This is the generation of them that seek him, that seek thy face, O Jacob, Selah. Seekers, all right? Now, I want you to listen to a verse that if you've been in church any length of time, notice what it says here in Hebrews 11:6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. The him there is God. For he that cometh to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him, Now, when you look here at the verses here, the seeking is not someone going out looking for God, save me, God, I'm looking for you. God's hiding. You can't find him. You spend months, decades, whatever it might be, trying to find God. Then one day, like hide and seek, you find him, and there he is. No, we're not talking about that. But we are talking about, as the Apostle Paul would say, and as Hebrews is speaking to us, and as Psalm 24 is applying here about the seeking, we're talking about people that are seeking to do the will of God. People that already know God, but people that want to please God. And this idea of seeking, it's not just something that just kind of passes across your path and you kind of reach out to it with very little effort. We're talking about people that are go-getters for God. We're talking about people that are going out there. The Bible speaks about people going out to the highways and hedges looking for people, for example, and finding them and helping them to come to the Lord and come to church. So what I'm saying is, the question is to you and I, are you a seeker? Do things just kind of come into your life and you say, well, unless God kind of brings something across my path and I'm kind of in a position here where I'm not really being aggressive either way, just kind of a humdrum about your Christian life. I don't think that's what God's talking about here. Obviously, you've got to have faith in God. You can't please God without faith. But the Bible speaks about people that he's a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. You're going after. It's like someone looking for a job, I guess, is a good illustration. People that have either not had a job, lose a job, whatever it might be, and someone says, well, you're going to find you a new job. Yeah, I'm going to go out and look for a new job. Imagine someone says, well, I went out today and I went to one place and they wasn't hiring. So I came back home and says, well, maybe I'll try it again tomorrow. There's people that get a job sometimes because they've gone to 10, 20, 30 different places. They just don't stop. They just keep knocking and knocking and knocking till finally they're rewarded with a job. Why? Because they were in a seeking mode. It was really, they knew that they got to go out there and kind of grab the bulls by the horn, so to speak. So when it comes to serving God, not asking God to save you, you ain't got to grovel around when God says, if you'll call upon my name, you'll reach out, you'll accept, you'll receive me. Then God says, I'll do that because I'm the one, I've been looking for you. But when it comes to serving God, God says, I want you to be a seeker. I want you to go after it. And that's good for us on this Monday, because sometimes we get these positions, things happen, but you know what? You just keep seeking God and His will. And God says, I'm a rewarder of them that diligently seek Him. And that's an important trait to have, okay? Well, have a great day, safe day, healthy day, all of that. Lord willing, we'll be back tomorrow, and we'll be back in the book of Psalms. And thank you for watching.